Have you ever used crutches? So the other day, I'm out and I'm at a youth activity, and one of the youth comes hobbling in, pair of crutches. He's got his leg up, not putting pressure on the one leg, using his crutches, and he gets to where all the youth are gathered, and all of a sudden he discovers that they're playing kickball, but not just any kickball. This is water kickball, which means that you've got like a swimming pool for first base. You have to run and step in. Then we've got other water features out there for the different bases. And then home is actually a slip and slide that you're supposed to slide into. And he's looking around, and the game's about to start. He hobbles over on the one foot with his crutches to the side, gently leans down, sets his crutches on the ground, gingerly puts pressure on one foot, and takes off and goes running out into the field and starts playing. And the kid was crazy. Like, he is out there, he's chasing the ball, he's running for it, he's kicking the ball, he's throwing it, he's jumping up to grab it. He does one kick, just flies, runs all the way around. Finally, he gets to the point, he's running in for home, and he doesn't just run into home, he does a knee slide into home. Super awesome, everyone's cheering for him, he's doing great. Plays for an hour. And then when the game's over, he gently lifts his right foot back up, hobbles over, picks up his crutches, and hobbles off the field. Thought, how interesting. This person truly believed they needed crutches until they were so excited that they no longer needed them. And that really made me think about a lot of people in life that I've met, myself included, that have walked around using crutches. Now, maybe they're not physical crutches. Maybe they're stories that we're telling ourselves like, oh man, I am no good at public speaking, or I'm terrible at sales. Or maybe we're telling ourselves, oh, I'm no good at computers. Maybe we're saying things like, oh, I could never do that. And we pick up a set of crutches, start hobbling around, going slow, gingerly taking care of that part of ourselves that we think is insufficient. So what part of you do you believe is insufficient? What part are you picking up crutches for and hobbling around in your life because you don't believe you can? Take a moment and think about that. What areas of life are you not confident in? What areas of life do you feel like a failure? What areas of life are you deficient? You don't have the skills, you don't have the abilities, you can't. Think about those, and I would bet a bunch of them are tied back to negative experiences that we've had in the past. Maybe at some point someone said, oh, you're terrible at speaking. Or maybe people didn't listen to you when you spoke. Or maybe one time you tried to sell something and no one bought. So you started telling yourselves these stories that, oh, I'm no good at this. Usually there's moments, big, small, one, many, that lead us in these experiences of our lives that lead us to the point that we're at now, where we're using crutches to hobble around because we don't believe we can do something. But just like the ability to set those crutches down and go play an amazing game, each one of us have the ability to figure out ways to set those crutches down for ourselves and have amazing skills. So one way that we can do that is we can break down those bad experiences that we had. We can totally transform them from believing the negative side to believing the positive side. And oftentimes that can come from either having positive experiences, or another trick that I learned a while ago was taught to me by Bart Miller. He said, if you'll go in and recognize those times when your body's like, oh, you can't do that, and you just recognize where you're feeling that. Maybe it's in your gut, maybe it's in your chest, maybe it's up in your head, and you mentally go to that part of your body and you thank your body for trying to protect you from that thing, and then tell your body, I appreciate that you're trying to protect me, but I don't need protected from that anymore. And then tell your body, I appreciate all that you're doing to protect me. Let's go protect in some other way. That was one trick he gave that I think is amazing. There's also a ton of other ways that you can overcome those. There's things like NLP. There's things like EFT. And then there's my favorite is just going out there, acknowledging that you're scared to death and acknowledging I don't feel. And it's important, that feel word. I don't feel like I'm good at this, but I'm going to do it anyway, and it's okay if I'm not good at it. But if we do those things enough times, Eventually, we'll go from being not good at it to where we are good at it, or we're better at it. And we can acknowledge and be grateful for those step-by-step incremental improvements. And then it's not a matter of whether or not we have to hobble around on crutches, but it's looking for all these different areas where we have been hobbling around on crutches and slowly getting rid of those so that we can be running all the time everywhere. Our mind is amazing, but it's important we don't let it hobble us in ways that we truly don't need to be hobbled.